to give people some PrizePicks plays to fill up your lineup. It is that time of the day, and I have to start with what I feel like is one of the easier plays to lean in on right now. Xavier Worthy, Chiefs weapon, first-round pick. Everybody looks at him as a speedster, a deep threat. He actually is a guy that kind of gets his ball in the hands all over the field. Xavier Worthy's player projection right now for rushing yards in this championship Sunday is 4.5. This is a guy that has 20 carries on the year. He's averaging more than 5 yards per carry, and he's also carried the ball in 7 of his last 8 games that he's played. Now, I know against the Texans he had -8. That ain't happening against this Bills team. Andy Reid's pulling out all the stops. Andy Reid is going deep into his bag of tricks, and especially with the banged-up rushing game, right? You got old man Kareem Hunt. You got Isaiah Pacheco, who's returning from injury still, has not rounded back into form. It's going to take a couple of trick plays. It's going to take a couple of Xavier Worthy pop plays to get the ball rolling, to get the chains moving. Expect Xavier Worthy to smash. And really, 4.5 ain't high enough. If it was 7.5, I still would have taken Xavier Worthy. 3 more yards, man.
Yeah, that's one rush.
Yeah.
That goes forward, gets you that. You're on the same page as Joe Fortenbaugh. When he joins Unsportsmanlike with ESPN National, of course, with Evan Cohen, Michelle Smallman, and Chris Canty. He joins them from time to time and gives them the wink-wink bet of the weekend.
Yeah, that was it.
Fortenbaugh's a smart guy. Fortenbaugh, a guy who dabbles, more than dabbles, makes a living off of sports gambling.
That's his thing.
He is on the same exact bet.
Okay. Well, that is a stat projection, a player projection that we were going to go more on easily. Another one, I'll go to the Commanders-Eagles right quick. Just go off the beaten path a little bit. Dallas Goedert, he's had 3 straight games with more than 47 receiving yards. The Giants, the Packers, and the Rams could not do much with him. His player stat projection against, right now at least, against the Commanders, you're going to want to get on this early. It's 42.5. Now, the Eagles might not have to pass the ball as much in this game, but we do know 2 things. Number 1, Jalen Hurts is a little banged up. A little less of him in the rushing game. Number 2, the Commanders were crushed by Saquon Barkley not once but twice this year already. If you don't think it's in the game plan to bottle him up, that's their key to victory. Dallas Goedert is a guy that can get off in the middle of the field. I expect him to get much more than 42.5 receiving yards. Another one I'm hitting more on.
You don't hate it whatsoever.
Yeah. Is that another Fortenbaugh special?
No, he just gives one wink-wink.
Okay, yes. Do you have a strong play right now that you see on PrizePicks you want to give the people for Championship Sunday, CK?
I'm looking at Josh Allen, and I'm looking at his rush attempts.
Big dude.
The projection that PrizePicks is giving is 9.5 rush attempts from quarterback Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
That number feels high. That number scares a lot of people away. That number does not scare me away. I think of a couple of failed QB sneaks. I think a couple of tush pushes. I think of any time it hits the fan in the pocket, Josh Allen is not afraid to tuck the football and get what he can.
Yeah.
I'm taking Josh Allen more than 9.5 rush attempts on Sunday.
That works out for you 2 ways. He either gets a bunch of rushes in short yardage situation, or you can get a back door if the Bills do have the lead. You have the Bills winning this game. I don't, but if the Bills are winning the game, you can get a few nil outs at the end. Those count.
They sure do.
I do like that pick for you. I'll give another one from Chiefs Bills right here. This is another one I love because also it comes with that demon, that red demon, which means it's a bigger multiplier. You know, on PrizePicks, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash, and a lot of that is due to how many demons you get into your lineup. This demon right here feels like a steal to me. DeAndre Hopkins, if you move it up to 3.5 receptions, I would dare even say over more than 4.5 receptions. I'm punching more on that. The Bills ran man coverage against the Ravens more than half of the snaps, half of the dropbacks. The Bills were in man-to-man coverage. The Ravens were without their man beater in Zay Flowers. The Chiefs, they didn't use DeAndre a lot during the regular season. They didn't use him a lot as well, even in their game against the Texans. But I do believe this is a game in which he's a great man beater. He's a great ball winner, especially if you single cover that guy. The Bills are going to be so concerned with Travis Kelce. So many people are on the Travis Kelce stat projections. I'm all over DeAndre Hopkins. Either more than 3.5 receptions, or if you want to play it even safer, his receiving stat line, C-Cat, 23.5 right now. 23.5 receiving yards for Hopkins. That could be 1 catch. Wow, that's too easy.
That is too easy.
He's like, wait, let me put that in right now. Again, if you're using these PrizePicks plays, make sure you use promo code THEOD. That's how you get a free 50 promo bucks to insert right into your play. And again, quick and easy deposits on PrizePicks. This is why we do this, is because even for games that you're not a fan of, you can have something to pull for, including, come on, man. Austin Eckler's receiving yards right now are at 25.5. Now, I'm no fool, but I know that this Eagles defense, they are loaded at corner. Absolutely loaded. Matter of fact, 2 defensive backs right now are in the running for Rookie of the Year. And that doesn't count Darius Slay, who's one of the better corners in the league. You don't beat them on the outside as much. If you're going to move the ball against them and if the Commanders are going to be a negative game script, I see a guy like Austin Eckler catching the ball out of the backfield multiple times. You can play this multiple ways. You can hit the more than on his receptions. I like more than 20.5 receiving yards. Cliff Kingsbury, dialing it up. A couple of trick plays, a couple screen passes, a couple dump offs. I mean, he has had more than this number, 25.5, 3 of the last 5 games, including the past 2. In fact, the last time they played Philly, 89 receiving yards.
And he got knocked out of the game late, too.
Yeah.
He got KO'd.
More than 25.5, again, a play I absolutely love. You chain these plays together in a lineup, you can really make some cash. Again, up to 1,000 times your cash.
Brian Robinson also kind of a fumble problem.
Yeah.
So those snaps are going to go to Eckler in crunch time when you need to take care of the football. If the Commanders do have a lead, I like a couple different angles why Eckler would tote the ball through the air a couple times.
And the last one I want to give here, and we can wrap this thing up. The Chiefs, the hot name in the backfield is Isaiah Pacheco. He was one of the fantasy football darlings to start the year. He got injured. He has not been the same player. I'm not touching a less than right here on Isaiah Pacheco, though his number is a little high, especially based on his production as of late. I'm going more than on Kareem Hunt. I'm fading Pacheco by going more than on Kareem Hunt. 36.5 rushing yards. That's his total right now. That is his stat projection on PrizePicks. He's hit this 3 of the last 5 times, including the last time out against the Texans, 44 yards on the ground, and they didn't really lean on him that much. In this game, when you are fighting for possession, time of possession, when you're fighting to keep Josh Allen off the field, when you're also trying to protect the pill, a sure-handed player like Kareem Hunt who can pop a couple explosive plays, he's who you lean in on. The Bills have a great rush defense, but I think they're going to be so concerned with stopping Kelsey, stopping Hollywood Brown, stopping DeAndre Hopkins. Hunt is going to be able to eat up 40 yards. I mean, this thing could land in the first half.
Got one more little taste for you?
One more. Give him one more on the way out here. PrizePicks plays for Championship Sunday.
3 phases of the game. Let's go to special teams.
Oh, man, this guy.
Let's go to the 5th best red zone defense in the league, Philadelphia Eagles. They're not going to be kicking field goals for the Washington Commanders. They're going to be going for it on 4th down.
They are.
The projection for PrizePicks for Washington kicker Zane Gonzalez is 6 kicking points. He's going less than.
Wow.
Going less than 6 kicking points. You're going to see max 5 with 2 touchdowns and a field goal for Zane Gonzalez. That's where he's going to cap off at, and that's being generous because I don't think they're going to kick a single field goal or attempt a single field goal.
Yeah.
If you are Dan Quinn trying to take down the NFC's best.
And if you've seen that guy walking up, and I know it's OCD, and I know there's the mental health experts that would tell me not to criticize. You see him preparing to go kick a field goal, I have my doubts. Even if they do line up a field goal, I have my doubts on whether or not that thing is going in based on the way he, goes through his process. He just looks a little unsure of himself. Those are your PrizePicks plays of the day for Championship Sunday. Again, promo code THEOD on PrizePicks, and that can get you $50 for free. I hope you paid attention. I hope you wrote them down. We will also get this up on YouTube for you to check out later, the PrizePicks YouTube stream, which can be found on ESPN West Palm's YouTube channel. You know who can be found here on Friday?